FEMA is rolling out this new presidential alert system that will allow the president to send a message to every phone in the United States. Now, the alert is the first nationwide test for this presidential alert system ran by FEMA, and the president will be able to address the nation in the event of a national emergency. They're saying using this wireless emergency alert system, WEA, anyone with a cell phone will receive the message. The message they're going to get in this first test, it's going to say, this is a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. No action is needed. And then minutes later, they're going to broadcast a similar message, what they state, to television, radio, and wireline video services. This was scheduled to go down this Thursday at 2:18 p.m. They've now pushed this back to October 3rd. So emergency alerts, we know, are nothing new, but when you get into the heart of this, this is very similar to the Amber Alerts or the flash flooding alerts. When I was outside of Area 51, I had no service, zero service, yet I was getting alerts on flash flooding. So they can send these signals via satellite, and if they're draping 5G across this country, who knows what else they're going to be capable of doing. But they say in case of a national emergency, it makes me wonder, how is sending a message to cell phones a higher priority than radio? Radio reaches more people than anything. It's in car lots, it's in the grocery store, it's in the car next to you in traffic. There's not TVs everywhere. Not everyone has a cell phone. So I'm thinking, what would make you choose to go this route and spend all this money and to do all this when normally that message, every day you see social media, stuff spreads like wildfire all over the place. If some national alert was going down, well, what would override TV and radio? What would knock them out of the picture and them not be useful? A lights out situation would be just that. And in a lights out situation, the cell phones, since they're not plugged in and relying on the power from the grid at that exact moment, after a catastrophe, they would still be able to get this message through to the whole nation for this small window before they too died. Saying what? We just got hit by a CME from the sun or an EMP from who? That's the kicker. That's what I've been warning all these years over and over and over again about. And all this aligns right on cue, right there with everything the way it's been going. There's one event above and beyond all that brings down your dollar, the economy, the country, the whole nine, and it's lights out. It dwarfs everything else. And if planned and plotted the right way by the hand, it would dwarf any other staged event that we've ever been through. And it would change the history books. The sun unleashing particles and energy could do the same thing and fry the system. Doesn't have to be an attack, doesn't have to be anything like that, but if something happens, this is going to be the means, the last line of getting a communication out to the masses. And it's going to be planting that seed for whatever the event is. Whatever they say in that is going to be stuck in the masses' minds as they're running around in madness. And they're going to be thinking and blaming whoever they say. You better think about all this in advance, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of things happening in this country, where things are going, and the possibilities of what could happen at any given time in terms of a lights out situation. If there's any one thing I could tell anyone to plan for out there, it's a lights out event. The sun could let loose at any time and anything can happen. So I would rather see people be prepared. That's why I put out this information. And I just wanted to drop some of my thoughts here pertaining to this whole thing of pushing this back to October 3rd. And some details on it. Like I said, this doesn't override the connection of radio. Radio reaches more people than anything. So apparently, that's not going to be utilized first here. For whatever reason, I'm telling you, pay attention to that.